best graze I've ever had on this piece of ground. You see a lot of organic matter still left. There's the calves figuring their way through, finally. And there's the cows. Did the math on this, and it turned out perfect. Even the shorter stuff like this still has pretty good height. A lot of bare ground, but there's a lot of rotten organic matter on top, so hopefully that comes back nice. But better than this over here, as you can see over there. There's a lot of seed heads over there, but this turned out really good. This got grazed a little short where some of the clover's at, but hopefully we'll get enough rain. Supposed to get some rain here in May, and yeah, they figured the calves did, and hopefully this will come back good. It's lots of high protein right now, as you can tell. Maybe a little extra because there's just a trail. So they're doing good on that regards. Now we're going to take our free choice mineral feeder and put it over there. So yeah, just wanted to document this. Best graze this field has had. I think this is the best looking grass this field has had. It still take a while to come on, but man, this is nice. So we're starting to slow down a little bit. Rains aren't quite what they could be, but not terrible. It's drought free, so that's all that matters. I'm not sure what happened here, but wow. Here's my hand for comparison. That ought to produce some really good grass right there. Can't get better fertilizer than that, I would say. So just had to show you that, and you'd appreciate that. More cow pies. They just really scattered them good out here, and that's exactly what this ground needs. I have to remember to seal this up. I shut that gate down there so they can't come through again. Polyreel, probably the grazer's paintbrush, I would call it. You can put it wherever you want. You can draw however you'd like to. Just your imagination, and however the grass looks, that's how you adjust the size of the paddocks. But man, I would feel good closing that wire. It's like closing up a perfectly grazed. I mean, that's perfect. I hope this goes as well. This is a little bigger paddock, as you can see. This is a raw old hill. We got some shorter grass. It gets better the further north you go, so it's kind of a weird spot here in the middle. This is about 3 acres. We could test this fence down here real quick. As you can see, a cow just come through, and she made a mess here. It just kept going. Just kept going. So protein's not a problem. That's just fine. Let's see what this fence is testing. I like it to be a little hotter than that, but something's happening with it right now, and it's probably due to over there and them trees. They're getting awfully thick against the wire, and it seems like I don't know, something in that area is drawing it down. Either that or something's sitting on it, so we got to figure that out. But excuse me, I think that'll keep them in tonight anyways. So now we'll take this mineral feeder and we'll go ahead and set it up. Didn't have the mineral feeder for a few days. Oh, look at this calf go. There you go. That's what you want to see right there. Oh boy, look at this one. Look at this guy. Look at Mr. High Socks there. Look at him. That is a good looking calf. You don't have no problem guessing who the dad of that one is. Right there. We got 2 bulls out here, and that's probably the dad, no doubt, because the other one, well, there he is, right behind that cow, and he's as black as bulls can be. Throws some red calves though, because he's part Lemmy. So let's go ahead and set this mineral feeder up. So here we are. We've got our mineral feeder in place. I can't decide. There's 2 things I'm thinking about when I set this mineral feeder right now, currently that is. Well, 3, I guess. My main reason for setting the mineral feeder where I do is because this puts it pretty far from water. I want them to walk out here, and I want them to get to this mineral. I don't want it to set next to the water because they're gonna be lazy. just like what we'd be. You know, if we put our food and water together on the table, we don't have to go anywhere. But if you put the you put the cups in the kitchen and you make them go refill their own water, then that's what they'll do. And if you make them go find their own food, then they'll do that too. But and I think that's pretty good for the mineral. But the two things is, when you set this, we have some lighter spots out here. This is not one of those. Sometimes I set it like over here is a little bit of a lighter spot, a lot of white clover. You could set it over there. We have done that. I still can't decide if you should put it there or if you should put it in thicker grass like this, because we got really good ground cover. Because sometimes when we put it in the light spots, it seems like they just trample that down and there's just bare ground. And now if they trample this down, like just go like this right here, and they just push that all down, and they work away around this mineral feeder for a day, then all of a sudden you got great organic matter on top. And I like that better than bare ground. So kind of just running some experiments, I guess, with this. Bought some more mineral. You can see they've consumed quite a bit of it. Now either the free choice mineral is a hoax, this one is boron, and they cleaned it out, or this is really good. I've been pretty impressed with the way they consumed mineral. Here's the sulfur one. That's kind of getting down too. I didn't order, well, I think I did order some of that. And this is potassium on the end, which is like you're putting fertilizer out, which I guess you are. This is really the only fertilizer program for this pasture this year. Now I kind of can see where they come from when they say that cows know what they're doing. With the mineral, I think it makes sense, but some people say that they have no nutritional wisdom at all. So that could be true. But I don't know. I think there's seeing some progress in it. Actually, there's selenium, and they cleaned house on that one. I probably should order some of that too. But they are just eating, aren't they? And I did order some NA. I did order some vitamin 4 right here, and I might have some leftover selenium. Cobalt, I'm not sure about that. They cleaned house on that one too. Well, they're really attacking right now, so I've got more mineral to buy probably in the coming days, which is okay. If they want it, then I'll put it out here, and hopefully that'll take care of them. So, yep, there's some calves. But yeah, I think I've been pretty pleased with it so far. This one here is just for regular salt. On the end, I put garlic salt in there to try to keep flies down. You can see they're not too bad right now, but I think one of the biggest things, you see this cow right here, she doesn't have too many, just a few on her back. There you go, and it settles. Yep, so not too bad. I think the biggest help for that has been just moving them all the time, and getting them away from yesterday's manure a little bit. I think there's some good to be had in that, so we'll go ahead and unhook this. And these pastures are definitely not perfect, and I've already made a few mistakes this year trying some new things. Biggest thing was trying to graze a little sooner, probably. And maybe I moved a little fast, but I did try to get at least 25 to 30 days on the first graze. This pasture here, though, it probably got grazed a little tight the first round. So that's probably why some of it looks the way it does. But I mean, this where we're standing looks really good. And it truthfully probably looks better on camera. But tomorrow will be a nice move, and then we'll have to go across this ditch, which got kind of a little crossing area that could be better, but it works. And there's 3 to 4 acres over there. So we're set for a few more days with a small herd. This is about an acre they're on right now. They're eating about 625 pounds. I figured this grass is around 9 inches tall, which means if you figure 200 pounds per inch per acre, I'm figuring on the low scale because this isn't the greatest pasture. About 630 pounds per acre of forage. A little less than the south patch they just grazed, but hopefully I figured right, and I hope we come back out here and it's just grazed perfect. So there he is. There's the other bull. He's coming to check out the mineral, isn't he? Let's see what he's interested in. Oh, he's checking it out. He's a black lemmy, and he is getting bigger all the time. But he's still doing a pretty good job. A little competition between these two bulls, so nothing too bad. They get along pretty good. This one was bought, and the other one which is right here, was home raised, and he's a really good bull too. He'll be 3 in June. Kind of a late born guy, but he sure is a good looking animal. There he is. So yeah, this is just to document what's going on today. I mean, really happy with the grass, and a little surprised by the mineral. We're getting more and more of it leaving, so I better go get some more. So anyways, just watch this video and enjoy the scenery. I mean, it's a good cloudy, muggy day, perfect day for grazing. So thank you guys.